Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Despair Repair. So, can you drive a car that has a serious misfire? Well, luckily for this video, the Skoda this morning has a misfire, so we'll be able to show you in real life what it looks like to drive a car with a misfire, and I'll explain later in the video should you actually do it. So, stay tuned.
DespairRepair.com. Be sure to visit us at our website DespairRepair.com, where you can find more useful car and driving tips.
And now we're gonna start the engine. And as you can see, the check engine light is blinking. When it blinks like this means, at least on the Skoda, that there is a bigger kind of problem and that you should stop the car and inspect the problem as soon as possible. Regarding the misfire, all that you would sense if there is a misfire on your engine is that the engine runs more roughly than usual. You can sense the trembling from the engine, and this is the main way to notice immediately that you have an engine misfire or some kind of other engine problem. And this is what it looks like in the engine bay. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. Instead of the smooth running that this engine normally has, it sort of wobbles in the engine bay and jumps around a bit. So you can best see it here. Now let's try and take the Skoda for a spin, and I'll try and show you what it looks like to drive when you have an engine misfire. So we're gonna start the car. The check engine light is running. As you can see, the camera shakes, and this is how the whole passenger cabin shakes because of the trembling engine. Okay, we're getting outside of the garage. Again, there is a specific sound when the engine drives on 3 cylinders. Sounds very rough. The seatbelt on. Of course, the angle perhaps for the camera is not that good, and I'm sorry about the shaking. So here we go. Now, as you can see, you can actually drive the car. It starts, you can drive it, but there is, first what you'll notice is that there's much less power. So first you'll notice the engine trembling and the rough idling and everything else, and then you'll notice that there's much less power. So here we go onto the asphalt, and now I'm pressing the gas pedal and much less power. It's like something like 30-40% less power than usual. Again, this is only 1 cylinder misfiring. If there were 2 cylinders, the car would be on the verge of cutting off. If there was more misfires, the engine wouldn't even start. Now, if you have a bigger engine, like a 6-cylinder or an 8-cylinder engine, the misfire would be less noticeable. In this case, it's a 4-cylinder, and you notice it when 1 cylinder isn't working. You notice it immediately. The check engine light is blinking. You're slowing down a bit, and much less power than usual. We're gonna turn around somewhere here. So my point on this part, and I don't know if you can see this, you can actually drive the car. You can use it, but it's with 30, 40, 50% less power, and the gas pedal response is much more, is much lazier than it should be. Now we're gonna turn around here. Okay, it's a bit tight. Since this is a car with a manual transmission, when you want to start, you have to be careful with the clutch. If you press it suddenly, the car will cut off. So, for the end of this video, Can you drive a car that has an engine misfire? The answer is yes, you can. But there will be consequences if you do it for a longer period of time. For instance, this is a 4-cylinder engine and one cylinder is not working. And as you've seen, the car starts practically normally. It can drive, not that good, but it can drive, and you can use it for, let's say, a couple of dozen of kilometers more without the danger of causing any serious problems. And this is the way you should drive the car if you have an engine misfire. So if you have to, continue to use it only for a smaller period of time, as less as you can. If you continue to drive the car and disregard this problem and not fix it, be sure that you will cause major engine damage. You can cause damage to the internal parts of the engine, and this will cost you dearly in the long run. Okay, this means major engine repair, and this goes into the realm of hundreds of euros. Depending on the engine, it can be even thousands. So when you have an engine misfire, try to solve the problem as soon as possible. This is one car problem that has a limited time span for solving, and the best time to solve it is the moment you notice it. Don't drive the car. If you have an OBD tool, connect it. If you find that it's an engine misfire due to an ignition coil, like on the Skoda, just try not to drive the car, buy the ignition coil, replace it, and you're good to go. So that's it for this time. I hope this video helps. If you find the time, watch our other videos where we talk about cars, driving, car related topics, and else. I think you'll find some useful content there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.